who's my co-host. Lucy actually has a rather fancy pedigree, but when I decided on a golden retriever, it certainly wasn't because they're quiet. It's because she's really affectionate, and she's also very high energy and very playful. You're definitely that. Often when people consider getting a pet, they think about purebreds, especially if they're thinking about a dog. Maybe they like the look of a certain breed, or maybe their next door neighbor has a dog that they really like. It's a great place to start, but it isn't the only consideration.
The first choices you have to make if you decide that you want to have a dog are choices which have to do with your lifestyle. You have to decide how active you are, and you also have to decide how large a dog you want. The two most frequent complaints which we have about dogs are that the dog is too active or too inactive for the person's lifestyle, or the dog is too large and it's too difficult to handle for that reason.
Marty, do you want lunch? Come on, come on, come on, oh, come on.
Jane Pruce lives in an urban townhouse. She needed a dog to suit a city lifestyle and chose Monty, a bull mastiff.
There you go. I have a bull mastiff that is 2 years old. Monty weighs 160 pounds, and he's a very quiet dog, and we love him. Monty would prefer to just sleep on the couch most of the day. He doesn't like to go out if it's raining. We have to drag him out. What would Monty prefer to do? I think Monty would prefer to just eat, sleep, and that's it. For me, I wanted a purebred. I like to know what I'm getting. I had certain things that I wanted in a dog. I wanted a short-haired dog, a large dog, a quiet dog, and a dog that was good with people. Basically, I felt I needed a purebred dog. When we brought Monty home and he walked out of his cage, we fell in love with him. He was 18 pounds when we brought him home. And I just have enjoyed watching him grow. Oh, Monty has more than fulfilled and lived up to our expectations. Definitely.
For Bill McCallion, the Border Collie was the best choice.
Our old mutts died and we got a Border Collie, and we went from obedience into deciding if it would herd sheep, and then we bought the farm for the original dog we had. We were sort of, I just fell into it in a backwards sort of a way. The most important thing a Border Collie can do is go out and get sheep. So you'd be looking for a dog that would leave the shepherd and go up and bring back sheep. So they call that the casting out. Because I guess you know, originally it comes from the wolf, the lead wolf, turning the herd back into the pack. That's where that original outrun comes when they go to pick up the sheep. So basically, if you don't have that, if you don't have an outrun in a dog, you have nothing. So I'd be looking for a dog with a good, strong outrun. Usually if it's a young family, that's not a good match. So we found the best matches we found have been older, in their 40s, 50s, 60s, especially if they've ties to the old country and understand the dog. And then if they're an outdoors type of person also. I think that's the one thing with a Border Collie, it's always looking for a purpose in its life. So it could be fly ball, it could be tracking, it could be sheep work, you know, whatever, but they're looking for a purpose. When I breed with my dog Moss, I'll be looking for a dog that works sheep well. I'll be interested in if there's some papers and some bloodlines, but if I see a dog that really works well, that's the dog I'll be breeding with. Basically, if it can do the work, it's rated as a Border Collie. We wouldn't be looking at conformation, the size of the head or the length of the tail or the markings on its chest. We'd be looking at its ability to work livestock.
A small dog for the country and a big dog for the city. It's not exactly what you normally expect, but it just goes to show you, if you understand a dog's pedigree, you're less likely to have an unhappy surprise when you get him home.